Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers.
Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another Transformers review. Today we're taking a look at a huge figure. It's the Combiner Wars Devastator. Now this is the retail version. This is not the San Diego Comic-Con version. That actually looks pretty cool. It's got the chrome purple on it. Definitely cool looking figure. This is the one that, well, has been released to the mass market. I did see one of these at the Northside Toys R Us here in Indianapolis, but the box was kind of smashed. And I went back the next day. They wanted $160 for it, $159 plus tax, and it was sold. It was gone like that. And they said the closest Toys R Us that had any was actually in Fort Wayne, Indiana, about 2 hours away, and they had two of them. So I went to Big Bad Toy Store, and I got this thing shipped for, I think, around $152. So it was actually cheaper to go through Big Bad Toy Store and have it delivered to me, and the box is perfect. So that's pretty cool. Front of the package, we've got this awesome artwork of Devastator here. Comes with all 6 Constructicons. Really reminds me of the old gift set back in the day, which is really cool. Some little Transformers running around at the bottom. It says Transformers here, Generations. Comes with a collector card of Devastator, I think. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Really nice artwork. I'm really digging it. Not really sure who that is. That kind of looks like Ironhide. And that kind of looks like Shockwave, actually. And then we got a car flipping around back here and a missile coming in. Kind of interesting. Just kind of a quick close-up. Tell me that doesn't look like Shockwave. Pretty cool. And that looks like Ironhide to me. If you know any different, tell me. I'm not sure who that is. If you know who that is, let me know. Side of the package just basically has Devastator there, and this side has nothing. The top of the box has all of the Constructicons, looking super cool. And then here is the top of the package. It's huge! In fact, it doesn't even cover, I think, about right here. It's cutting just the head off. It says it's 18 inches and 45 centimeters. This is actual height. It's got all the Constructicons here, which is really cool. And then here's a little write-up, just to kind of show you the top of the box. There is the write-up. If you want to pause and read that, you can. And then over here, here are all of the Constructicons. Looking super cool. I am digging this for sure. So let's go ahead and crack this thing open. Hey guys, it's been a long road, but today we're going to take a look at Devastator. Yes, we're going to put these guys together. So here we have the team looking all sick and cool and construction conny. Let's go ahead and get these guys merged into Devastator. And finally, we have Devastator. Oh, this guy. Wow, yeah, this thing is pretty cool. I will admit, I do like it. Is it a Titan class figure? No, it is not. It's around 18 inches or so, and it is a far cry from Metroplex, which, of course, I will show off. I know a lot of reviewers have done so, so I got to do that too, you know. But, yeah, I mean, I like it. I would probably call this an Ultra class, not necessarily a Titan class. It's definitely large. It's definitely cool. And it's definitely the closest thing we're going to get to a masterpiece Devastator, I think. But definitely cool. Transformation on this guy into the combined mode. Not too terribly bad. Hook was pretty decent. You basically spin him around in half. Long Haul was the easiest because he's basically in robot mode. Just kind of spun around. I think probably, I don't know, as far as turning into limbs, I think the arms were probably a little more difficult than what I was expecting. They're a little strange, but actually connecting the thing together, definitely these legs are weird, and this guy Bone Crusher was a pain in the ass to actually get onto the arm joint. I didn't think it was doing it right, but it will connect. So have faith. It will connect. It will snap. It will go in. Other than that, everything's pretty decent. It does stand well. It holds together pretty well. A lot of people have been saying that this is the most stable of the combiners. I don't know if I agree with that. I think Superion actually is a bit more stable. This guy's definitely cool. We see his butt through the little holes there. Kind of reminds me of the onesie PJs. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. The way the legs connect together is very strange. These little thin hollow pieces that go in there, that was very, very odd. And then the arms basically kind of connect in like a port. So yeah, it is what it is there. The chest piece is also kind of an odd ball to connect on there and get it to stay. Now mine, the hook doesn't want to stay together and the head doesn't want to stay 100% down on there. It looks okay, but it definitely doesn't clamp all the way. Other weird things. I'm going to take the gun out. So there's the gun, which is pretty cool, but it's in the way. Articulation. He does have a joint on his head to spin back and forth. The arms. A lot of people are kind of fussy about the arms and the fact that the treads actually stay locked into place there. And the arm itself, when you want to move it, swings out. It doesn't really bother me too much. He's just going to stay in a standing pose. He's got a joint at the elbow. His fingers are articulated, which are very, very nice. He's got a very solid ratchet joint on his waist. And then his legs actually have these panels that can fold so that you can move the hips forward and back, which is really nice. They got some solid joints, and they can also swing out this way. Yeah, and he's also got ankle pivot, which is very, very cool. Yeah, I mean, overall, I really, really like the design. It looks like Devastator. As far as the third-party toys, I was really, really close to getting a Hercules and a Green Giant, and I had the Crazy Devi upgrade kit for G1 Devastator, and I was happy with it. This came out perfectly happy. I'm not sure what the size comparison is to the 3P figures. I'd really kind of like to see that, but I can't go wrong with it, man. It's Devastator. Absolutely 100% Devastator. Sculpt-wise, on the head looks really good. I'm definitely digging it. Like the big chest piece there, that looks nice. The silver paint apps here looks really cool. The red paint apps. Everything came off really, really well, and I do appreciate the figure. Alright, so let's do a flyby of the figure real quick. So, here is the head sculpt. Looking super sick, super cool. Love that chest piece. There's arm. Looking all kinds cool. The black on the arm, I wish they would have done something a little bit more to break that up. It's the only thing I'm not really digging too terribly much. It just seems like there's too much black. But yeah, overall, very cool. Very nice. I am digging him. And then the crane kind of sticks a bit far out for me, but what are you going to do? Here we have Devastator with the mighty Megatron. This is the Combiner Wars Leader Class Megatron with the upgrade kit. They're definitely looking cool together. However, I don't think it's the right scale because Devastator should be able to pick him up in his hand. But that's okay. This is the biggest Devastator we've ever gotten, and I'm definitely digging that. Here we've got Devastator next to the MP10 Optimus Prime, the Year of the Horse version. And this is how he stacks up next to the Masterpiece scale. Again, just a little bit too big, but he's definitely towering over these pretty good-sized bots. Here we have the Devastator with my G1 Devastator with the Crazy Devi parts. This has been my favorite Devastator for the longest time. I really like the upgrade on this guy. I think they did a good job with it. However, this is just way cooler. I am definitely digging it. As you can see, he just towers over this guy and makes him look like a miniature, which is very cool. Here we have the Combiner Wars Devastator with the Combiner Wars Superion. And, wow. You know, this is probably one of my favorite combiners so far. I'm thinking I might like the Protectobots one too. But Devastator, definitely cooler, definitely larger. Makes this one just look minuscule in comparison. And of course, we did one, we have to do the other. Here is Minotaur and Devastator. And again, Devastator just towers over Minotaur. I'm not too happy with this Minotaur. It's very gangly and weird, and I don't know. Hoping the Lone Wolf Minotaur will be a lot cooler than this guy is. But yeah, I mean, this was a good effort, don't get me wrong. I like it, but I don't like it. This, far, far superior. Here we have the Combiner Wars Devastator with the Dark of the Moon Devastator. This is a pretty good sized Devastator. It's a piece of junk Devastator, but it's pretty good size. I do appreciate the size on it. And of course, this guy, just a lot taller. However, I do think this probably has more toy built into it, so it is what it is, but definitely interesting to see the two together. Here we have Devastator with the Year of the Snake? Omega Supreme? I think this is the Year of the Snake. Omega Supreme reissue in the G1 colors, and of course he's got the Armageddon upgrade kit on him. Definitely cool together. I wish this was more in scale with this guy, because they should be about the same size, but they're definitely cool, and it's nice to finally have a Devastator on par with Omega Supreme. Here we have Devastator next to Unicron, and wow, this thing is so big. Unicron is a good-sized figure, but Devastator towers over him. We need like a Masterpiece Unicron now or something, because that Unicron's just not going to do it anymore for me. Here we have Devastator with the Platinum Edition King Starscream, or whatever this guy is called, I can't remember. But definitely much bigger, which is very cool. I like this figure, but that one is way, way cooler. Alright, and here we have Devastator and Metroplex, and as you can see, Metroplex just kind of goes on and on and on and on, just to kind of show the size here of these two. I mean, look at that. This guy just towers over Devastator still. This is why he is not a Titan class figure. That's a Titan figure. That is an Ultra. But it's definitely cool. He does stand pretty formidable against him, but just not big enough. Now we just need a Triptychon to go with this guy, and I think that'd be a lot of fun. And finally, here we have Devastator with Fortress Maximus, the Encore Edition. And again, as you can see, this guy just towers over Devastator, but he doesn't look as bad as Metroplex. I think Metroplex is the tallest, barely, with all of his antenna and stuff up here towards the top. But definitely a nice comparison to Fort Max. He's definitely going on the shelf with all those big guys. So final thoughts on Devastator. You know, this is a really cool set. If you're a G1 fan, you're definitely going to want this set, I think. If you like the Combiner Wars, you're going to like it. For the price, around $150, you can't beat it. I mean, the 3P sets were so expensive. You're spending anywhere from $300 to $600 on those things. And while they are cool, they just don't have that classic Devastator look, I think, like, well, a Hasbro figure does. And I'm definitely appreciative of that. Now, there is the San Diego Comic-Con version of this guy. If you have not seen the video, I'm going to add a link down over there somewhere for that from Caked Up 83. Definitely check it out. He does a great job with it. Really nice guy. Subscribe to his channel. The differences are basically in the paint. The robots have a lot more paint detail, and then the purple is kind of chrome purple. Other than that, I mean, they're the same mold. but they definitely have some nice paint apps on it, which I do appreciate. This is fine for me. It was $150. It gives me the Devastator that I want on my collection. I'm running out of room for these giant robots, though. I'm going to have to get a new IKEA shelf just for these things. But yeah, overall, I think it's worth the money. Some people have said these things kind of feel cheap, and I won't say they feel cheap, but some of the parts do feel a little thin, especially like with Hook, and then the after you mess with the robots, the hands do kind of feel a little hollow, a little light, but they don't feel like they're going to break at all. It is a stable figure, it is a cool looking figure, and it's definitely worth the money. So there he is, Devastator from Transformers Combiner Wars.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and as always, look for more videos in the future.